So today, we're playing a Berserker class, and we may just have done something crazy. It involved combining two items, the Molten Spear and the Burning Blade. And to get these, we needed the Anvil of Possibilities. Check it out, and let me know what you think of it. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into some ranked games, and see what we can do today. I will be taking this one sword, this lumber called Craft Up a Torch. Let's take our little piggy bank here, as for these other items, I'm going to reroll here. We have some options here. Do we go for the whetstone? Yeah, I'm going to go for the whetstone, increasing our DPS a little bit here. And I can't exactly afford any of these other items here. So you know what? I'm going to be looking for some whetstones. So I'm going to be rerolling here. Like crazy, using up all our gold. We found another whetstone. Also a spear, which I'm genuinely thinking about taking here. I'm going to reserve it, and I'm going to keep it. Actually, I want to reserve this fanny pack before we move on. Move that a little bit quickly here. I'm going to begin a Pyromancer with a lot of max HP. You basically have twice as much HP as us. Are we going to be able to out DPS him here? Potentially, however, they do have regeneration, but we do have battle rage. Let's come down to the wire. No, that regeneration tick. Actually, I thought that regeneration tick was going to save him, but it didn't. Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. We now have a torch. We're going to be taking this fanny pack and this spear. Our stamina use is going to be quite high here, so we'll just have to see what we can do about that. Going to move everything over. We're going to switch this around. Add this in like so, and move this back like this. Can't afford anything else. We're going to move on for now. Our DPS is going to be like crazy, however, our sustain and damage mitigation is going to be non-existent. We're in battle rage immediately. We're basically a glass cannon right now. So to solve that, we could take a wooden buckler or this scuba tier. But I'm not going to take it. Honestly, we're going to get this wooden sword, and we're going to craft up that hero sword here. As for this whetstone, I'm going to take it as well. Our DPS is going to be a little bit insane here. Torch, yeah, we're not going to hold on to for right now. Leather bag, I'm going to be taking as well for that extra storage. We could have removed our forging hammer, however, our stamina consumption will be too high and this costs 0 stamina. So we're going to move on. We're going to begin a Reaper class. Is it going to be enough? Yeah, just barely. That's insane for us. Now our hero longsword, I'm going to add back in. Like so. We can go for a health potion here. Health potion would be really awesome for us. So that's what I'm going to do. As for all these other items, pocket riches could help us go towards the Shaman class here. Subclass, I mean. By adding in socketed gemstones. I'm not going to take it though. I'm going to reroll here. And once I find another whetstone. However, that is a Gloves of Haste. Quite tempting. But I'm not going to take it. Turn whip here. Also a flute here. Our stamina consumption is low if we add you in. What are you? High. 1.9. Too much. Do we want to sell the torch? Yeah. We definitely want this flute. This flute is going to be some damage mitigation with the armor. Some accuracy with the luck as well. We're also not making any use of our spear. And also some stamina regeneration for our weapons here. But yeah. Our DPS should be quite crazy here. Our opponent is going to have a lot of damage mitigation with a spike shield, as well as the strong health potion here. So this could be trouble for us. It's not looking great for us. It's going down to the wire. That armor almost saved us, but not quite enough. They also stacked up that blind, making us miss more here. And we got another whetstone, which is going to be extremely awesome for us. Let's see here, going to reroll. Leather armor is insane for us too. However, I'm actually not going to craft up the hero sword here. I have an idea for a build. We are not going to be crafting up that hero longsword here. So, welcome back for right now. Our setup has changed quite a bit here. We have our spear here, having 2 triggers in the center here. So we finally actually, if we come across anybody with armor, we shred them. Then we have our hero sword here, triggering off both our weapons, increasing damage. And then we have our whetstone here in a little bit of a better setup, increasing the DPS of our spear and our forging hammer quite a bit actually. We have reserved up our leather armor, Our duffel bag isn't looking too great. We only have our hero sword and our forging hammer in it. But we'll roll with this for now. We'll see how this does again, this Reaper class here. Looking quite scary with their hammer. However, they're not making as much usage out of their storage coffin. So they're not going to be stacking up as much poison. And yeah, our DPS is looking quite strong here actually. We'll actually have a quick look at it before we move on. We'll see here. Towards the end, at this round, our DPS, our spear is doing 5.8. And our hero sword 2 and our forging hammer 2 as well. So a lot more DPS than our opponents here. But yeah, let's move on now. Nice, we have a nice set of items to buy here. We could actually go for another hero potion. We could go for goobers. Or even a mana orb here. Wooden buckler would also be kind of nice. Problem is, we're going to have to move our setup around again if we want to craft up this dragon scale armor. Not going to take any of these other items, so I'm going to move around here a little bit. We could go for an axe here. However, I do want this leather bag. I will actually reserve this gloves of haste as well. So if you actually move things around just a little bit like so, free up that extra bit of slot here, so we can actually craft this up. But we can't fit this in without losing our star slots on our spear here. Are we going to risk it? If you come across someone with armor, is it worth actually removing our health potion? Or if we don't, it's actually worth keeping our health potion in. So I'm going to say we keep our health potion in. Let's take the risk. Let's see if I'm wrong. No. We're actually okay with this. We got very lucky we didn't come across anybody with armor. And it's looking pretty decent so far. We put him in battle rage. Our DPS is crazy compared to our opponent. They do scale up with their axe, but it takes that a little bit long for them. Now our dragon scale armor. We're going to be taking this extra storage and we are going to move our items back the way we had them. Let this in back for now. We'll actually move this around. And this is going to be a lot better. As for our banana, we're not actually making any use of our spear still. However, we are going to be taking this coal, putting it in our spear actually in our hero sword, because our hero sword attacks that a little bit faster. As for another wooden sword, I'm not going to take. I'm going to reroll here. Another health potion. Sounds amazing. Going to take another lump of coal. And yeah. Do we want this health potion for 2? No. We're going to move on. We'll see how this fares again. Our opponents here, they don't have any armor. Tank. We got lucky here. They do stack up a lot of heat though. That's crazy heat generation. So the DPS should be crazy here. However, damage mitigation in battle rage is keeping us flow here. Just barely. But yeah. It's not looking too great for us. This is definitely going to be a loss here. That heat generation, insane for them here. We got some options now. We could go with Fighter, Blacksmith, Chieftain, Pack Leader, or Shaman here. But I'm leaning heavily towards the Blacksmith, which is why I haven't crafted up the Hero Longsword here. Problem is, we are going to need to find some craftable items right now. That is the hard part here. And we actually found one. We're going to have to craft up this next round to get a flame. We could take a box of riches to actually help improve that. But I'm not going to take it for now. We could actually go with a holy crown here. That could be quite nice. I'm going to sell our banana and I'm going to be taking this stamina sack for now. And I will reroll once here. That is some cheese. We're going to be able to craft up the leather boots and then we're going to craft up the gloves here. Back in 1 second while I sort out our inventory here. So welcome back. For right now, we have our anvil in here with only 2 crafted items. We moved our item situation around here just a little bit. Our stamina consumption has gone down to low here. So we're looking for more and more crafted items. We are going to be crafting up our leather boots. Then we're also going to be crafting up our gloves face here. This is in a much worse position than where we had it before, but it's going to be okay where it is. As for our full setup here, only our forging hammer and our hero sword are in our duffel bag with the leather boots here. However, we are going to be using this to craft up these boots here. Our forging hammer has to be here to be getting that extra DPS as much as we can. And we are going to move on. We're going to be able to use the flame to generate a lump of coal, a burning coal, and then get another flame from crafting up 8 gloves of haste here. We have 2 slots, 2 star slots on our spear here. So if we come across anybody with armor, unfortunately we didn't come across anybody with armor. They do have a squirrel here stealing our buffs, which is going to be pretty bad for us. It's looking quite dangerous. Yeah. They out DPS'd us completely. Also, we were taking this cheese, which I'm going to be taking here. We're going to move our coal out just a little bit here. As for this, we're going to have to move this around a little bit here. I'm going to move this all the way up. We'll switch this in like so. As for what we take, and now I'm actually going to be taking this leather bag. So at least if we do this, then we can still have our lump of coal in our hero sword here. As for some healing here, I do really want a strong heroic potion here. Strong health potion. This is going to be also a crafted item here as well. We only have 1 star trigger on our leather bag. But we're going to have to move on. We're going to be trying to craft up the burning sword here. However, it is taking its time to get here. It's actually taking that a little bit too long here. Is it going to be worth it? Potentially. This berserker is looking quite scary with their hammer and their shaman. They've stacked up a lot of poison on us with that poison dagger. And yeah, actually our DPS has fallen off a whole lot here. That's basically from trying to craft up that burning blade here. So as of right now, what are we trying to do? What are we trying to get stronger here? Could take a Goobert. However, our DPS has gone a little bit lackluster by the looks of it. So we're going to be getting... Should we get a cap resilience? I know this is not adding DPS to us. However, it is adding some survivability, allowing us to potentially get there that little bit better here. We're going to want to move this in. The problem is we need to craft up that burning sword now. So we're going to have to make some adjustments to our build. So for right now, our setup has changed quite a bit here. We're not actually making full use of our whetstones. However, we are crafting up 3 items. We're crafting up a burning sword, crafting up a molten spear, and we're crafting up another burning coal here. We just have to survive for another round. One more round, we should get a lot stronger, and then even after that round, we get even more stronger with a burning blade. We have 2 gold left. I will reroll here, looking for a better way to get stronger here. One option is we take another dragon skin boots. And I'm thinking we are going to reserve it. That is going to be a nice way to get that extra trigger on our anvils here for our star slots. We're going to move on. We now have our cheese in our fanny pack, triggering off our dragon claws. We'll be trying to scale up that max HP. Going up again, another hammer ranger build. They've done a lot of damage to us. Are we going to be able to outpace him here? Our DPS hasn't increased all that much. But it's actually not looking too bad here. Yeah. Honestly, we survived here. Let's see here. Molten spear, burning sword. Let's add back in our whetstones for now. And also add in our burning coals for our chance to apply that heat. Let's add in our flames here. Our stamina usage has gone up a little bit here, so we got to be wary of that. As for crafted items, we're going to want to craft this up. We get another flame. Do we want another health potion? Potentially, but I'm just going to be taking this stamina stack. I know we have a lot of storage left available to us, but yeah, I'm thinking we're going to take the health potion here. Move this over like so. Is there a better setup for right now? We could be making more use of our fanny pack and our duffel bag here. So I'll be back in 1 second while I sort out our inventory. So welcome back. For right now, we have our anvil set up like so, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 star slots, increasing our damage of our molten spear like crazy, which is guaranteed to hit with our flames, which is going to be extremely awesome. Then we're going to be crafting up a burning blade here to be further scaling our heat and our weapon damage, which is going to actually go insane here. However, it took a long time to get online. But yeah, our potion here counts as a trigger for our star slot for our anvil. Then we actually have our dragon scale armor in here, as we want our dragon claws to be targeting our main source of damage, which is molten spear, as well as our flute, which is our stamina regeneration. We may also have some cheese in this fanny pack. Actually, this is going to be a little bit better because it's in 2 fanny packs. We are making a little bit better use of our duffel bag right now. However, not all too much, especially with this leather boots. But we're using it to craft up, so we have another slot for our anvil here. Another star slot for our anvil here. Let's move on. Let's see if this is going to make us a lot stronger. We're going to begin a Cryomancer, which could be the counter to us. They immediately put a lot of cold on us. We don't. If we had this crafted up, we would actually be looking a lot better here. It's looking quite scary. We're in Battle Rage. And yeah, our DPS is going crazy here. We'll just have a quick look at the logs here. Molten Spear 17.4 DPS per second. And towards the end here, nearly 20 DPS per second. Insane. It's only going to get stronger with the Burning Blade. And some flames here. We're looking for another coal as well. Do we want another leather boots here? If we go up again in our Cryomancer, it could be awesome for us. However, I don't think it's going to be all that great for us. However, it does actually give us an extra crafted item here. But is it worth 6 gold? I'm not going to take it. We are definitely going to be taking another burning coal. Going to be taking this leather bag. And actually, cap resilience for some damage mitigation too. Is there a better setup for our crafted items? Problem is, with having our Molten Spear here, it counts all these as flames. However, we could lose 1 trigger on a Molten Spear here. And that's going to give 2 damage to our Molten Spear. A little bit of a tricky situation here. We could also remove this like so, or have this like this. However, having the Dragon Claws like this is kind of terrible. Alternatively, we could have it like this, and if we had a crafted item here, it could go crazy for us. However, we're still going to keep it like this. We're going to leave it like this. At least we have 2 star slots on our spear here. I'm going to make sure to add in our flames, as that is going to increase our DPS of the get-go here. We still have our piggy bank in. We still have a lot of slots. We continue on. We'll see how this goes. We're going to begin a Reaper class. Kind of a hammer dagger situation going on. Inflicting poison and all the other debuffs possible. They've used up their invulnerability. We're in Battle Rage. And yeah, we're just going to outpace them here. The DPS was 38 DPS. Was that at the end? 22 DPS per second. Insane DPS. Let's check the heals. Strong health potion. Yeah, not all that much. But towards the end, we had 230 HP. Compared to the start, we had 190. So our cheese gave us 40 max HP. Show it that fights. Let's see if we can get much stronger here. We could actually get another Molten Spear, which is going to be too much here. So what else could we get to be stronger here? We could actually get a Holy Armor here to get a Sun Armour. That is one way to increase our survivability anyway. Could get Corrupted Crystals for the Kappa Discomforts. Could get another Dragon Scale Armor. Our DPS is pretty awesome here. I don't think we're going to need another Flutes. So I'm going to leave it for now. We could honestly take a practically large Greatsword. However, that would be crazy now, to be honest. Corrupted Crystal for a Kappa Discomfort. I'm kind of leaning towards here. Not going to take the extra storage. We have too much slots. Blood Armor or Blood Amulets. Not going to take it either. Going to move on. Sun Armor. Another Dragon Scale Armor. That's something we would like here. Over a Holy Armor. This is the question I'm asking now. That is something I'm considering here. I do think I'd rather get the Sun Armor here. However, it does use our heats, but it does provide a lot of healing. So I'm not going to take the Leather Armor for now, even though this has shown up. I will be taking this Corrupted Crystal. As for selling things, I could sell this Piggy Bank. And 1 Flame. However, I'm not going to do that. Do you want another health potion for some more healing? Perhaps. But no. I'm going to save our gold. I'm going to get this Corrupted Crystal and we're going to move on. We're going to begin a Ranger with Lucky Pigs. Corrupted Crystal and the Dark Saber here. They're going to be trying to reflect our own debuffs back at us, but we don't inflict debuffs. We just scale our heat and our DPS like crazy. Awesome, we got another Cap of Discomfort, meaning we got another Flame. And we're going to be getting another one here. Do we want this storage? I'm not going to take it for now. I'm just going to reroll here. We could actually get another Dragon Claws here. It would make our Molten Spear attack much crazier, so yeah. I'm going to take it and add it in there for now. Let's continue. That is the Sun Armour I was looking for. Let's take this little bit of storage. We could also go for a Glowing Crown for that healing and cleansing that blind. However, blind doesn't even matter because our Molten Spear here is guaranteed damage. Let's continue on. I'm going to reserve the Holy Armor here, and we're going to see how we deal again. The Fighter class here. Can we outdamage them here? So far, it's pretty neck and neck. We're both in Battle Rage, however, our DPS goes kind of crazy. Actually, stamina here with our Molten Spear here was a bit of an issue, however, we still managed to get there. Honestly, I'm going to go for the actual full ranked points here instead of the 8. I'm thinking we're pretty strong. But it could be wrong here. We have another Cap of Discomfort. More flames, we just need to fit in as much flames as we can. We're going to be taking this Holy Armor. And yeah, we're going to have to find some extra storage for it here now. I will actually be taking this extra burning coal. And awesome, we actually got one on sale for 2. So now we're going to have to do some more maneuvering around of our inventory. So I'll be back in a second while I sort this out again. So welcome back for right now. This is our setup. It hasn't changed all that much. We still have our piggy bank in. But our anvil here is just missing 2 star slots. Then we have our Molten Spear still in the same position, being in our duffel bag. We have our Forging Hammer here, beside our Burning Blade, with all this burning coals. Trying to stack up as much heat as we can. We're going to be crafting up a Sun Armour here, which is going to be a lot of survivability for us. We actually moved our flute into this position here, as now it's triggering off both Dragon Claws as well as our Molten Spear. That is to help with our survivability and our stamina, most of all. Our potions have moved from down in this location to up to the top right here. Our cheese also moved from the fanny pack up here down to here. We're not even making much use of our fanny pack right now. With this flame, however, it's going to have to be like so. But yeah, we're going to continue on like this for now. We have 2 Cap of Discomforts here. Increasing our survivability up to 5 seconds by reducing damage by 50% for those 5 seconds. And then also trying to nullify our opponent's buffs. And also reducing our opponent's healing. So kind of a strong setup, in my opinion. We'll see how it fares again. The big old bowl of treats. Ranger class. Their DPS is going to be a bit low with their pan. However, their pets kind of make up for the DPS. However, we are nullifying all their buffs. And yeah, we're in that battle rage now. And yeah, we just go crazy here. Again, I just want to have a quick look at the end of the DPS. Our TPS, 27 DPS per second with the Molten Spear. Crazy. Let's continue on. We only have 3 more rounds to go. We now have Sun Armor and we have more flames. We could actually go for a Molten Dagger if we want more DPS. However, that also uses up our heat, which I'm not exactly interested in too much here. Now we also need to stack our flames around our Sun Armor here to be gaining that extra heat here. Also, a Heart Container here could actually be nice for that regeneration. Especially if we're stacking up our heat, we gain more and more regeneration. This also now counts as a crafted weapon, so we could actually move it out. However, we want our fanny pack to be with this at all times. We could also move it up here. It's going to be okay for there for now. Do we want this? Yeah, we're going to be taking it and we're going to be switching this around. So at least now we can fit in some other things here. Could go for a Stone Skin Potion, just to get that extra armor here, or an extra 30 armor. However, not entirely sure if we want that. We could take a Wall Protector here for some stat generation. We'll have to move our potions into a different position here. We actually want to switch this around. That is going to be more flames for our Sun Armor here. Then we can put in a Wall Protector here. Then we need to find a position. We actually finally remove our piggy bank and we're taking this Wall Protector. We could have took the Heart Container here. However, I'd much rather have the Wall Protector for now. We could go for another Sun Armor, but that is going to be overkill. That is just going to be way too much here. Another corrupted crystal here. Honestly, yeah, I'm actually just going to add this into our backpack for inflicting that fatigue. And then if we come across another cap discomfort here, yeah, I'm going to be taking it. I'm going to be taking it. Let's move on. See, can we survive again the Scale Warden Pyromancer? We do nullify some of their buffs. We're also scaling up heat like crazy. However, they are smashing us a bit here. However, in Battle Rage, we are going absolutely crazy here. And yeah, it's just going really, really strong here. Must item, Spike Collar every time you see it. Making our Battle Rage last at 2 seconds longer is insane here. I do want a stamina stack. However, I don't know if we actually have the room for it. We'll just add in our Spike Collar here. So I'm not going to take it. I do want this cheese as well to be getting that extra max HP, because this gave us 40 max HP. So this will give us another 40 max HP. However, I do prefer to find another cap resilience. So I'm going to leave it and I'm going to try and find it. However, we did find another Spike Collar here, which we are definitely going to take. This is guaranteed DPS increase by increasing our Battle Rage and our survivability. So it's kind of a win-win to have this in for now. We'll see how we fare again. A double stacking Poison Reaper here with the Venomancer. However, we are healing with our Sun Armour here. Is it going to be enough? Honestly, we're in Battle Rage right now and it's looking extremely good for us. Our build is extremely awesome right now. As for any of these items, I'm not entirely sure I want to take. I do want more flames, but in order to get more flames, we need to craft up more items. That is the issue here. Do we want more cheese? I will. If we buy it, then we only sell it for 4. But I'd rather have cheese in than nothing. I'm going to reroll here. I'm going to continue rerolling. I just want another cap of discomfort to increase our survivability in that first round. And let's just take the cheese. We've rolled too much here and we didn't find it. But hey. As for fitting in the cheese now, I actually don't know if we can fit it in because I want to keep the flames. Is a cheese going to be worth more than 2 flames? Especially not these 2 flames, because our Sun Armour here gives extra flame for each fire item here. I don't think so. As for the cheese, are we going to remove 2 heat? This is 4% faster for an extra 40 max HP. Is it going to be worth it? I think so. But anyway, let's go through our final builds here. We haven't got max value on our anvil here. However, this is going to be pretty good all the same. We have our Molten Spear here being the main target, which has been crazy damage. And it never misses because of its effect, using the heat to deal that damage and hit guaranteed. We got a Burning Blade here to be stacking up that heat. We got all these Burning Coals to be also stacking up all the heat, potentially. Then we got a Sun Armour here with at least 4 flames around it, giving it even more heat generation from the very beginning. Then we have our Dragon Scale Armor to be keeping us alive during our Battle Rage, which is very awesome. Then we actually have 2 cap discomforts, increasing our survivability in the first 5 seconds, allowing us to scale up that heat, which is crazy. And then we have our Dragon Skin Boots here to counteract any Cryomancers. Then we have our Dragon Claws here targeting our Flutes and our Molten Spirit. We also have Corrupted Crystal in here to be also inflicting that fatigue. This is not that important. We were just holding on to this to try and get another cap discomfort. But yeah, then we also have Woodbutinger and our 2 health potions here. Actually, we could honestly remove our health potions. We could remove our 2 health potions, but I'm going to keep them in for now. But yeah, this has been our setup and it has been unbelievably strong. However, the pain to get here was a struggle. It took a while, took a risk to get to this point. Let's roll on. I don't see us losing here, to be honest. We're going to begin a Pyromancer. Friendly Fire, can they stack up more heat than we do? However, we do counter them by nullifying their heat generation with our cap of discomforts. However, they do resurrect, but yeah, we just kind of go crazy here. That was insane. Let's go ahead and check the DPS at the very end here. Molten Spear, 31 DPS per second. That's insane. Our Burning Blade also doing 8 DPS per second. Kind of crazy here. Our opponent here, DPS was looking quite crazy, spread over everything. However, our DPS just went mad here. Let's look at the heals. Yeah, the Sun Armour here was a Definite must to keep us alive here. This build was insanely awesome here. But yeah, let's move on to the end here and see how much rank points we got. We survived with 3 lives left, plus 15 ranked points, which is really awesome. Halfway to rank it up. That's going to be awesome. This build here was honestly unbelievably fun to play and came together and became super strong here. I do love the anvil subclass item here, as it allows us to craft up the pyromancer's setup. However, it does take a long time in order to get it, and the problem lies, I find anyway, actually getting to the point where it can survive. Once you get there, I don't think we had any issues after that. But anyways, I'm going to leave it here. I just want to say thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment or subscribe, and I hope you keep a lookout for the next one. See you next time.